They told me the call never existed. No record, no audio, no system log. But I still remember the sound of him breathing. Because it wasn't coming from the phone. It was coming from behind me. I worked as an emergency dispatcher for 6 years. Night shift. Mid-sized town. Nothing special. If you've never worked dispatch, here's something you should know. Between 1 and 4 a.m., nothing happens. Drunks are asleep. Traffic is dead. Real emergencies are rare. That night was quiet. Too quiet. I was alone in the call room, fluorescent lights buzzing, coffee going cold, waiting for my shift to end. Then the phone rang. No caller ID. Just a line of static. I answered the way we're trained to. Emergency services, what's your location? No response. Just breathing. Slow. Wet. Uneven. I asked again. Still nothing. Silent calls happen all the time, pocket dials, broken phones. I was about to disconnect when I noticed something strange. The line didn't behave normally. Usually when someone hangs up, you hear a click. This line stayed open. Like someone was holding it. Listening. After 10 seconds, the call dropped on its own. I logged it as a missed dial and went back to my screen. That's when the phone rang again. Same breathing. Same silence. But this time, there was a number. Local. I recognized the area code immediately. I asked for the location. Still nothing. Then the breathing changed. It sounded closer. Like the caller had moved the phone nearer to their mouth. And then very quietly, I heard something else. Not words. Movement. Fabric shifting. A dull scraping sound. Like someone being dragged across a floor. I ended the call. The protocol says you don't stay on lines like that. I pulled up the number to flag it. That's when my stomach dropped. The number was already marked. The number belonged to a man named Daniel Hector. 46 years old. He'd been reported unresponsive earlier that night. Paramedics were dispatched at 12:41 a.m. Pronounced dead at 12:58 a.m. Heart failure. Natural causes. I stared at the screen, waiting for my brain to correct itself. Then the phone rang again. Same number. My hand hesitated. I answered. Daniel, I said without thinking. The breathing stopped. For 3 seconds there was nothing. Then a voice whispered. Not through the speaker, but through the headset. Right into my ear. He said my name. Not my last name. My first name. The one I hadn't spoken all night. I stood up so fast my chair tipped over. I walked straight into the supervisor's office and told him everything. He checked the system. The call logs. The recordings. Nothing. No incoming calls. No flagged number. No audio files. He told me the man was already in the morgue. Tag on his toe. Time of death confirmed. Then my personal phone buzzed in my pocket. Unknown number. 1 missed call. Timestamp. 12:58 a.m. The exact minute Daniel was pronounced dead. They reassigned me the next day. Said I needed rest. Stress. A break. They told me the call never happened. But I know it did. Because every year since then, on the same date, at 12:58 a.m., my phone rings once. I never answer. And the voicemail is always empty. Except for breathing. Slow. Wet. Waiting.